Hello, all. Welcome to Dear Madam Live. As always, I am Madam Adam. Welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you. Welcome to the new time slot, noon Eastern Sundays. Welcome to it. Whether you're watching this live or the replay, I am very grateful that you are here. We've got emails to answer. And we're going to take some calls. So I hope you're ready. I know I am. Some of you helped me pick out the book that I decided to read after I finished reading the September House for the month of September. I put up a little poll on my Instagram to help me pick a book to read. And it was Home is Where the Bodies Are. And I was very pleasantly surprised. It was a good read. It was a good story. It was a little slow burn, but it was a really good story, and I really enjoyed it, honestly. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, live chat. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Hope you've had a great weekend. Hope you're ready for the week ahead. But yeah, Home is Where the Bodies Are. A short story, really fast read, really engaging, slow burnish. I'm much more into. It was a bit true crimey, which is not my forte for books. I like horror, you know. I like some blood, guts, and gore, some hauntings, some paranormal stuff in there as well. So yeah. But it was a really good read. I did enjoy it. I find often that sometimes in certain stores, thrillers are mixed together with horror, and thriller can be true crime. It can be that kind of thing. Is the audio okay? I hope so. Excellent. Literature majors in the house. Very nice. So yeah, I think the next thing I'm going to be reading is what was it? Either The Black Farm or Gothic. All right. Let's get started with some emails. Don't forget that you can write in to dearmadamadam@gmail.com for future episodes. But stick around for the option to call in. If we have time, I hope we have time. There's a lot of emails, so we'll see how it goes. But all right. All right, this one's long. Let's see. Dear Madam Adam, I've been struggling with this issue for the last 4 months, and I've had enough and need advice. Both my fiance and mother-in-law my God, I could read. That'd be great. I'm sorry we're having audio issues. I don't know what I can do about that. It's the same setup as always. I don't know. Maybe we're hearing the air purifier in the room, maybe something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, dear Madam Adam, I've been struggling with this issue for the last 4 months, and I've had enough, and I need advice. Both my fiance and mother have been pressing me into doing something that not only goes against who I am, but also goes against what I've been taught since I was a kid. I don't think we've done this one yet. I just want to make sure I haven't already done this. To make a long story short, I have health conditions that would allow me to get SSI, but in order to do so, I have to use my health conditions as a crutch. I do have a job as a jewelry designer, but it's not really going so well. I've tried to express myself and concerns to both of them, but both of them ignore me, even going as far as telling me to stop stalling and just do it. I do see how it can help me in the long run, but I also see a way for everything to go down the shitter. I've tried looking at it as if everything can go better than I hope it will go, but something keeps telling me not to do it. Even as I type this email, having thoughts of both sides, and it's stressing me the fuck out. Fully get you. I've always had issues with control with my mother. She is always trying to control my life and who I am. I do appreciate everything she has done for me over the years, but the mental abuse that I have gone through over the years with her outweighs all of it. And I've been working on trying to get away from that and set boundaries for myself. But when both her and my fiance are pressing me to do this, it's just too much. I know both of them love me. I know both of them want me to do this to help me, but it's just stressing me out to the point where I broke down last night and started crying and had a very sickly night. I was so stressed out that I was making myself sick to my stomach, and I know I shouldn't allow this stuff to get to me, but it does. I would like some advice on how I should handle this, as well as maybe a reading. I followed your work for about a year now, and you just speak to me. Almost every one of your readings hits on the spot for some of the problems that I've been trying to deal with. You even helped me open myself up to tarot. I've actually tried doing a reading on myself for this situation, but the message has always come out very confusing and jumbled. I believe having someone's outside opinion would be nice. Plus, looking at it from someone else's point of view that isn't so close to the situation would be a refresher. Yes, absolutely. I fully agree that being too close to it or having too high of an emotional, having too high of an emotion attached to things can make the reading clouded. It's almost like you need a clear head for readings. In general, you know, you shouldn't allow this stuff to get to you. I hate that. I really do. Stuff gets to you. Stuff gets to me. It's not really fair to say that things shouldn't bother us. Things are bothersome. Things are bothersome. That's just how it is. Life is dramatic. Things get stressful. And there is far more stress on us now as human beings than there ever has been before, because we have a greater access to each other and therefore to each other's feelings, you know? So we're all under the influence of emotional sway. So let's see what I've got for you today. Well, the star is a lovely place to start. Having hope is a lovely place to begin. Things can only get better. Even the stress is for positive means. We have to try to see it in that light. Three of Cups energy. Small circle that does understand, that does share how you feel, that does truly understand you. People maybe outside of the fiance, outside of mom. Four of Cups energy. You have to put yourself first, my friend. You have to put yourself first. It's your body. You know? It's your body and it's your stress and these are your feelings. Nothing but cups. Fully your feelings. But the star is the reminder to have hope in that. Things are going to get better. Things are going to improve. Your emotional breakdown was a step in the right direction, I feel, with all these cups. In order for you to kind of begin to have any semblance of starting to get out from under the thumb of these people, we have to put ourselves first emotionally. We have to make sure that your feelings, your truths, supersede all others. I don't care if people love you so much that they want what's best for you. They have their own idea of what that is. And some people have the ability to love you so much that it hurts you. So there's that. Yeah. 3 of Wands energy on top of all of that. We just need to make a plan. We just need to consider what your long-term goal would be for you. And then what steps can you take realistically to get there? But the star is a loud and lovely place to begin. So we just need to make a plan. If we're truly fed up and really want things to be different, you have to put your feelings first. Consider your options, what goals you have in mind for your long term, make a plan therein, find the short list of people that really understand you outside of fiance. And let's try to get the fiance on board. But we need to pull out from underneath mom, you know? So all the best to you, my friend. And thank you for writing in. All right. Okay. Hi, Madam. I hope this email finds you well. Over the past few days, I've been thinking about my life and the twists the universe has sent my way. I accept full responsibility for the decisions I've made and the things I've done. Yet, I've had to move maybe more than my share in life. Were they by choice? If by choice you mean to save my sanity, then yes. I know nothing is promised, to get a bit morbid, not even tomorrow, yet something holding the whimsy is knowing if I were to be up a creek, I don't have anyone I can fall back on. That's fair. Not really having anyone we can rely on. That's fair. My last point is I started a new job. It's not my dream job, yet after months of unemployment, this gig is part-time, yet could go long-term and pays less than I thought at first. The frustration keeps me from getting my main work the attention it needs. I know you say it's not about having job, money, tangible things. It's about how having those things is supposed to make you feel. I'm tired of working soul-sucking jobs that underpay. Further frustrating that companies think people can live on the insult they consider to be reasonable pay. That's fair. What some companies pay, I wouldn't get out of bed for. Sending this before I delay and continue to get more frustrated. You rock. Absolutely. This one's an older email, so I hope that it still applies to Michelle. Thank you for writing in, Michelle. A lot of reality in that, you know? A lot of, and I'm full aware, a lot of the things that we talk about, a lot of the readings, a lot of the stuff that comes out of it is a lot easier said than done. Reality kind of has to take hold, and we have to pay our bills. We have to function. We have to live. We got to get by. So there's a lot of self-awareness here, though, that I really respect. Had to move maybe more than my share by choice for my sanity, then yes. Then yeah, that's a choice. And it's not like, I mean, it was also, it would have been a choice to stay, you know? So tired of working soul-sucking jobs that underpay, that's a valid feeling. It's about how having these things is supposed to make you feel. You can't feel the feeling that you're supposed to feel or that you're looking for because we're not satisfied with what we're doing, you know? So I get it. Fully get it, my friend. What do I have for you today? Ace of Pentacles energy. You got to keep planting seeds. You got to keep, if we're this unsatisfied, we have to keep planting seeds in other ways. You're not a stranger to risk. You're not a stranger to quote unquote survival, right? So we have to push that forward. Keep planting seeds, keep seeking opportunities. Empress energy as well. If you know that you have this level of vibration, if you know that your worth is more than what you're getting paid for, then we have to act like it, and we have to seek out those things and not, and I'm not saying we're not seeking them, but we can't wait for them to come. We can't just take that first offer. We have to negotiate and try to push that a little bit. Four of Pentacles energy. Yeah, we're giving energy and time to things that are not aligned with what we're looking for. So most of this is tangible. The loudest thing, though, is that this has probably been a shot to your self-esteem more than anything with that Empress. It's probably been a shot to your self-esteem. So it's got to be a continued effort, you know? It's got to be a continued effort, and that's frustrating, but like we got to keep seeking it. We got to keep planting seeds until we find the right thing, until we find the right plant to invest in. It just takes time, honey. In order to do that, it's you got to be frugal elsewhere. You can't be giving energy and time to bullshit. So keep on it. Frustration, your main work, the attention it needs. I understand sacrifice is a part of it, but you have to give yourself some grace. You know, you got to give yourself some grace. There's reality that you have to deal with as well. So you have the intention, you're moving in the direction. It's just maybe not having at the velocity that you would like. So yeah, Eight of Pentacles, keep working, keep on it. And in the meantime, the Empress is, you've got nothing but pentacles. So get your hands dirty energy. And then the Empress being like, you know, in the meantime, and as you continue to work your garden per se, as you continue to seek the abundance you're looking for with your hands and getting dirty and doing the work, that you find ways of tending to yourself as well, that you mother you, that you love on you in the process. The goal is not guaranteed. So, and that's for anybody, not just you, but the goal's not guaranteed. So be here and now. Try to be in the moment and control what you can where you're at. Because we're not done. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else I've got. Thank you all so much for listening. And I hope some of you are resonating with some of these things as well. All right. Oh, this is lovely. Dear Madam, how are you? Yesterday's workshop was excellent. Loved everything you shared about developing our practice and tips. Keep doing these. Best, Harry. Thank you, Harry. I really appreciated seeing you in class. There always kind of gets to a point where I'm like, is this valuable? Am I just rambling? What the fuck is going on? But I'm glad to hear the positive feedback. I had a really good time. The 101 is more of just like a lecture of giving you my version of the definitions. I could go into history. I could go into where this comes from, why and how. Someone mentioned in the Mark, I think it was mentioned in the 102, if I ever taught classes about like the mysticism of the Golden Dawn and stuff like that, or my take on that. And I just don't, because that's not my beliefs. That's not my beliefs, but that's just not what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my own method. I have my own understanding of the cards. So that's what I teach, you know? So, and I know that's valuable, and I know that people enjoy it and everything, but it's when you're kind of just talking for 2 hours and people are paying you for it, you're kind of hoping that they get what they what they're looking for out of it. So I really do enjoy teaching. I enjoy sharing my my definitions and my ideas on this with other people. But it's kind of like doing a live, just in a shorter, just in an all together capacity. So yeah, thank you for writing that. I really appreciate you. All right. This one is from Carolyn. Subject line, needing insight. Recently left drug addicted ex, feeling guilt, panic, and intense sadness. Let's see what we've got. All right. Dear Madam Adam, first and foremost, thank you for sharing your talents and gifts with all of us in your unique blend of guidance, wisdom, and tough love. All that you give is greatly appreciated, and I hope that energy is repaid to you tenfold. Well, thank you very much. I recently made the very difficult decision to part ways with my boyfriend who was actively in heavy, hard drug addiction. Terribly sorry. As a sober person who has never struggled in this area and who has never dabbled in any substance use beside the occasional drink, it was difficult to accept how his addiction was affecting me and our relationship. He is very deep in denial about his addiction, which is painful because there is no path open to change or sobriety or a better future, which is ultimately why I left. Well, good for you. We can't help people that don't want to help themselves. I can logically understand that leaving was the right thing to do, probably for both of us. But now I am struggling with whether my love and support and staying could have been the catalyst to him seeking help, or whether leaving is going to make things worse. I feel like there was so much dishonesty and mistrust and things that spirit did not reveal to me that haunt my dreams, and the not knowing is painful. I am confused about my mixed emotions and really am just open to your interpretation and messages from the cards that come through about any aspect mentioned or otherwise. Thank you for considering love and light. Absolutely. First and foremost, you have to leave. Leaving was the right thing, yes, but staying, you would have been an enabler. The only way to help an addict is to force them to help themselves. The only way to help them is to remove yourself from the situation. And I can say that as the former addict. So as the addict and as one of the addicts in the relationship and one of the people that, and I had an very addicted ex as well. Full removal is the only thing you can do. If I was an addict still to that degree, and I was in that deep denial on it, and you stayed around, I would find ways to justify, because you are a mirror to me, and I would have to make you the enemy. I would have to make you the bad guy, because I'm not the problem. You're the problem. So staying would have been enabling, honestly. So from the perspective of the addict, that's the tea, sis. You have to remove yourself. They have to help themselves. No one can make them. There is no amount of love that you could have thrown at them that would have been like, oh my God, now I get it. Now I'll get help. It has to come from deep fuck up. It has to come from when you're that far gone, when you're that far in denial. It has to come from an arrest. It has to come from a legal situation. It has to come from a deep medical scare. It has to come from a fucking shock to them. So you leaving might be something for them, you know? So you gotta. So I'm glad you did. The confusion is just your empathy, babe. The confusion is just your empathy. Your deep love for them and how much you care. That's your confusion. Could I have helped? What could I have done? Nothing. So you needed to remove yourself. You did the right thing. Page of Swords energy, you need to change your narrative. You are not responsible in any way, shape, or form. So we need to remove this doubt. You were never going to be able to help them unless they wanted to. So we have to change your narrative a little bit. You got to think about the words you use. Ace of Swords energy, we need to focus. Focus on this logically, not emotionally. 2 swords cards. Queen of Swords card. Nothing but swords. Nothing but swords. Oh my God. Full logic, full brain, not a feeling here at all. This is not an emotional thing. This is a logical thing. This is a practical thing. If I can give it the severity, this is a life or death thing, honestly. It's a life or death thing now. When we have addictions and we are deep in them, it becomes a life or death thing. So, Queen of Swords energy, it's not your problem to deal with. You have your own things to deal with. You have your own grief to deal with, the loss of this. You have to deal with the loss of this person in your life. To the addiction, to the relationship, you have to grieve the loss. So, you have your own shit to deal with, babe. But now is the time for you to be practical and logical about it. The feelings are what's eating you. So much dishonesty and mistrust and things that spirit did not reveal to me that haunt my dreams. Everything's been revealed to you. All of the truth is right there in front of you. They're not seeing it. You know, they're not seeing their own truths. So yeah, full swords, babe. No feelings, no emotion. It's time to be logical and practical about all of this. But you have to unplug yourself from the addict, because all you're doing is giving them fuel. All you're doing is empowering them. Like I said, if I were still in that state and I loved you and you felt you could change me, I would squeeze you until I can justify doing everything that I'm doing, because I can count on you to be there. So the hardest truth that I'm going to tell you right now is that this person loves their vice more than they love you. And that's a fact. If you would have been enough, that would have happened already. So I'm glad you know your worth and that we removed ourselves from that. All right. Let's see what's next. I do have some more emails, but I might have some voicemails. I think. Oh, no, wait, no. No, I don't. Okay, well, I'm going to set us up for some call-ins if you guys would like. While I get ready for more emails, feel free to give me a call. I'm still working on WhatsApp. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm still working on making WhatsApp happen. I had some issues with the app, but the phone line is open. So you can give me a call if you would like at 352-346-9972. I would love to hear from you while I look for some more emails here. Let's see. Got to go through these a little bit, but yeah. 352-346-9972. Give me a call. Dear Madam Live. I'd love to give you a read. All right. And then I've got an email lined up, I think. I've got one. 2. No, not that one. That's not even one. Anyway, we've got a couple more to do. So feel free to give me a call if you would like to get a quick read from me. And in the meantime, I've got an email geared up. Bear in mind, everyone, as well, that the live schedule is going to be tweaked a little bit this week. I have some gigs and some things that I'm working on. So stay tuned to my Instagram story. And you'll be in the loop of when I'm live and when I'm not. So this evening's live on my socials is not happening. So I've got stuff I've got to get ready for. And Monday night, I don't think is happening either, but I will keep you posted. So, all right. While we see if anyone wants to join the phone line, I have an email ready to go. Dear Miss Madam, I always knew that some of my family members hated me, but never knew who they were and the amount of hatred toward me. But recently, in a family gathering, I was told that how I will be, wow, okay. So, I'm going to use different words here, trigger warnings for people. At a family gathering, I was told how I will be sexually assaulted and unalived, and it would be the worst human history will ever have. And I saw a spark of joy in their eyes while saying this to me, to my face. They hate the idea that I married a foreign citizen. Their negativity is so strong that it has affected both me and my husband financially and mentally. On talking to my uncle about what was said to me, my uncle said that this is just the 1% of their thoughts. I've heard if I could hear the other 99%, I would have unalived them. Okay, no wonder I was feeling black, lost, and all confused past few days. Your cards could help me a lot to figure out this confusion and how to move forward. Sweetheart, no. Like, this is not, yeah, I don't know. This is not something that I'm going to pull cards for you, but this is not okay. You need to remove yourself from these people. Like, you and your husband need to get as far away from these people as possible. These people are a danger to you. Like, literally. Not like spiritually or no, like this is a danger to you. So you need to seek help about this. Like restraining orders, shit like that. That's not to be joked about. And this is stuff that like I don't know what you expect to get from the cards. You know, I don't know what you expect to get from tarot. I don't know, like, that's really heavy. Yeah, I would maybe alert the authorities and protect yourself that way as well. You know? That's heavy to put on a reader, to put on a person. I don't know. I don't really know what to say to that other than I don't feel equipped to handle that, honestly. And I don't know what this is going to do. Yeah, 5 of Swords energy is conflict. Logical conflict. There's no right time. There's no positive way out of this. There's going to be conflict no matter what you do. If you stick around, conflict. If you remove yourself, conflict. So it doesn't matter. Justice, people get their karma. You know, this justice might also imply during this that you should get legal representation and you should seek professional help, not spiritual. An Eight of Cups energy. Yeah, we need to move on from the people that we thought they were. You know, we need to move on from that. It's like my therapist and I talk a lot about me grieving the loss of the parents that I always wish I had. And as an adult, I'm learning more and more that that was just hopes and dreams and wishes that I had, that these people were going to be a certain way for me, and they just never were. So it's like, okay, it's grieving the loss of things that you never got and things that you wish that you had. So there's always going to be conflict. There's no positive way out of this. You need to get professional, legal, police help. Eight of Cups energy. Move on from who you think these people are. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's not something that you ask a reader about, you know? And I get the concern, but like, that is, I don't know. If that kind of stuff was going on in my life, my first thought wouldn't be tarot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not where I would go. It's like, if you went to a priest about this, they would say, pray on it. Like, that's not going to help. You know what I mean? So I hope at least my version of this is empowering for you to, like, you need to remove yourself. I feel that my brand of tarot is very practical, but I don't know. The emails have been really heavy today. Something in the air, something in the water. I don't know. The emails have been really heavy today. The call line is still open. If anyone would like to get on it, you're more than welcome. 352-346-9972. If nobody calls in, that's fine. But yeah, it's a new time. It's a new time for the live. So some people are probably getting used to it. But we still have some more emails, and I've got about 20 or so minutes. Do I text? Yeah, I could text. If you would like to text instead, you're totally able to do that. Let's see here. We got about, what did I say? About 20 minutes? Yes. All right. All right, let's see. This one is from Samantha. This is from a few months ago, though. Hello, and hope this email finds you well. My name is Samantha, and I've always had an innate sense of the paranormal. I was recently gifted a tarot deck, and I've been using it. Yes, I read the book that came with it, and do so upon every reading I do for myself. Very good. During my readings, my ears start ringing, and my vision becomes blurry. Interesting. Not quite sure if spirit is trying to tell me something specific or not. I usually resonate with the readings I do for myself, but sometimes I have to step away from my deck to reset because of the ringing. I guess my question is, has this ever happened to you? If so, how do you handle it? Or if not, what do you think I should do? So yeah, I have a similar experience. When I do a lot of reading, there kind of gets to be this underwater feeling, this underwaterness. Kind of like my head's in a bucket. I don't know. It's like my head keeps going further and further and further and further and further in, like I'm getting further and further away from my body. I guess I get cloudy. It's like being high, you know? It's like being high up here. I get cloudy and fuzzy, and my brain just starts to feel like mush. So when I do that, when I feel this way, I do have to step back and reset and kind of get back to my equilibrium. So I would say that, you know, you just have to feel your body. You just have to feel your body and know, when you need to pull back from it. Mine is also my energy for my readings, all of it comes from down here. It doesn't come from up here. Mine all come from in here. You know what I mean? Mine all come from my abdomen. I'm a theater kid, so I project. So I push when I talk, I project. People are always like, "You're loud." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But it's just how I speak and how I breathe. I'm always pushing. And I got a one of those aura readings done, and there was so much activity and color in this area for me. A lot of the spiritual intuition stuff comes in here, comes from in here. So often when I do a lot of reads, or when I'm like after like a 2-hour live, when I've been doing a lot of readings after my 2-hour classes. Yesterday I had 2-hour classes, and after them, both of times I felt like, okay, like, all right, I'm a little queasy. I've got like the coffee sweats going on, like it's that. I don't want to be too graphic, but either I need to throw up, or I need to poop, or I need to eat, or I need water. Something's going on in here. Things are moving around down in here. You know what I mean? So for me, it's all in here. And then but in the act of it, when I'm doing the readings and it gets to be a lot of them, I get that fishbowl kind of tunnel feeling. But afterwards, it's not until I'm done when I feel like my body relax, and then my abdomen, my stomach is like, "Oh, what did you do? Did you just eat like 100 chicken wings or something? What the fuck?" I get hungry normally after I do readings. So yeah, a lot of my personal energy with it comes from these chakras, from these ones down in here in the middle, So mine don't come from up here or throat or heart. It comes from this guy in the stomach area. It comes from that one. So, which in other readings I've had done as well. When I've got other readings from people that do like Reiki and stuff like that, it kind of shows how deeply I internalize what I do for a living. How far deep inside me I'm pulling things out of me. It's not just, popping it out of my head or coming from my throat and I'm pulling it out quickly. I'm like shoving my whole up to my elbow into myself to pull things out for people. So it kind of goes to show that's where that comes from for me. So yeah, Sam, I hope this still is a valid question for you, but sometimes you just got to know when you need to get up and walk away from it, and take a break, take a breath, stand up, walk around. You got to know like when you need to put the thing down, change the scenery, when you need to do those things. It's best to listen to your body, because our body and our brain are two very separate things. That blood curdling scream is my text tone, so don't worry. So I've got some texts coming in. Very cool. Thank you so much for writing in. You can text as well. Yeah. So everyone's body, I think, has a different reaction to the energy and how much energy you're using. Yeah. Very good. All right, let's see. This one says, Some text coming in. Very cool. Hi, Madam Adam. I absolutely love listening to you. You are amazing. I would look for advice in the cards on moving. I know where I want to live, but I'm head of the house for a family of 5, and I'm more nervous or scared when thinking about my decision and how it can affect everyone in my family, from my husband to my children who have only lived in Pittsburgh area their entire lives. I have not and have no personal family of my own since both my parents are passed, but my husband does have sisters here. Should I let them influence my choices? Sorry, I know I'm not asking should I, but just advice on how to move through the emotions. I know what you mean, girl. I know what you mean. Kids do what they're told. Yeah. Kids do what they're told, you know, and I'm an Army brat. We moved every 4 years. Yeah, we moved every 4 years, and it just kind of became the social norm. So I understand. My mom wanted my brother to have the same 4 years in high school, but I didn't. I started out my freshman year at one school, and then we moved. So it's all, you know. So I think that it's important to note. I think it's important to note that if there are relationships that you want to maintain, that might be a pull, you know? I am not close to anyone in my family except for my brother. And I have come to realize that if I want to maintain a good relationship with them, that I need to be nearby, you know? And they're talking about relocating at some point in the future, and that's fine, and that's lovely. My husband also has family out here as well, so that he wants to be close to. So that really affects the kind of relationships we want to hold. And since there are more people involved, there are more relationships involved. So yeah, I feel you. I understand. The kids are resilient, and even as we grew older, you know, we still learn to adapt. We still learn to adapt. Oh, Mary, is this you? There's no name or anything, so I had no idea who it was. My daughter's 21, so she has her own, but we'll be going with okay, cool. Yeah. No, totally fine. So yeah, at that point, like, she has her own life, her own choices, and all of that as well. And I also bring up, like, visit, you know, who can visit and stuff like that. 8 of Swords energy, you're really far in your head about it. Maybe we're being too protective in some aspects, but if we can sit still enough in this, we can see the web, right? And what needs to not be a priority and what can be. 3 of Swords energy. Yeah, you're kind of just hurting your own feelings here by putting this all on you. I think about that a lot. Like, what if I just, you know, took a fucking back seat and let my husband make the choices? You know? When Dustin makes a choice, I let him deal with the repercussions of his choice. I don't fuck with it. As an example, he wanted his little scooter that he has, his storm scooter thing he's got, takes it to work all the time, drives it all the time. Maintenance on it, that's on you. paying the payments, that's on you. You need to get it towed somewhere, that's on you. I will come get you any day of the week that you're at work and it's raining and you took the scooter and you need a ride. I will come get you any day of the week. But the maintenance of that thing, the storage of that thing, the payments of that thing, that is all on you. That was your choice, something you wanted. I don't care, you know? So, right. All you need to do, Mary, is hold up your end of the table. All you got to do is what you said you would do. What if this is not all up to you? What if it's not all on your shoulders? There's adults involved. They have their own choices. They have their own things. They can come visit. Apparently, me and Dustin are staying in Florida for a while. So if my brother moves, guess who they're going to stay with when they want to take the kids to Disney? They're staying with us, you know? So there's adults involved. That 3 of Swords, that 8 of Swords, you're hurting your own feelings. You're making this deeper than it needs to be. It's a big deal, but like, it doesn't all have to be on you. Thank you for texting. All right, we got a few minutes. You're so welcome. This is Ashley B watching the live on YouTube. How do you guard against taking other people's energy into you like that? I let people in too deep. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wear a bracelet that says fuck off. Literally, I have a bracelet that says fuck off. And I wear that as a reminder that I am not responsible for other people's truths and their energy. It's not on my to-do list to cater to strangers. You know, I really think that living in a tourism capital of the world like Orlando is a large lesson in that energy, in not taking on other people's shit, letting people in too deep. The way that people come and go. Again, I'm also an army brat. So I moved every 4 years my whole life. So I'm used to the come and go of people, the reasons and seasons of people. I'm really used to that. So I don't have an aggressive attachment to people. My husband is the person that I've known probably the longest in my whole life. I had a friend for about 10 years, but now Dustin is past that. So and even that friend I had for 10 years, we just stopped talking and we just stopped being friends and came back into each other and you know, as we see fit. But I don't have an aggressive attachment to people's energy in general because I'm used to them kind of coming and going in the way that people ebb and flow through your life. So how do we guard against taking on other people's energy? Well, there's, you know, the witchy ways. You can wear black stones for protection, obsidian, onyx, that kind of thing. We're looking for connection, but we keep letting the wrong people in. Well, that's just trial and error, babe. That's just trial and error. You kind of have to continue to be vulnerable so that you keep getting stabbed, so that you learn the kind of people that are stabby. And eventually you learn to build a callus over that and don't let anybody, you know? So we're trusting too many people. Kind to everybody, but not respect for everybody, if that makes sense. So I remind myself that my truths are my own And I wear things for warding. I wear my protection bracelet. I wear my rings and things that are all symbols of protection. But don't trust everybody. Not that people don't, not that everyone is a bad guy or out to get you, but everybody's worried about themselves. And with that mentality, they often cast others aside. So we don't need to let people in so deeply because their connection to you is shallow anyway, you know? A lot of people's knowledge of me is only skin deep, right? Your knowledge of me is only skin deep. You only know me from a lens of tarot and readings and wisdom. That's all we really know. And maybe we know a bit more about me through getting to know me over time, video games that I like or movies I like, or, you know, about my husband or my dogs or whatever. It's the how much you invest in it. Most people are not giving you the time to invest very deeply in you. So try to understand that for them as well. Flip the binoculars and understand that for them as well, that you don't have to give them such deep access. And they only are passing through. They're only experiencing you skin deep. So that's as far as I can trust people, is about skin deep, you know? Because what's the judgment that they cast on us? What's the judgment that people initially cast? It's your appearance. It's stuff they can see and poke at, right? Like there's a lot of the comments, especially on fucking Facebook, the comments of people that say negative things to me. It's always about my appearance or about my gender identity. Oh, your name is Madam Adam. Why would I ever listen to someone who can't decide their gender because you have a girl name and a boy name, Madam and Adam? You'll never be a woman. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, you're not even, does that have anything to do with my reading? No. Has nothing to do with my reading, has nothing to do with what I'm doing, has nothing to do with the message that I'm trying to get across to you. So you are upset at my existence, which I kind of think is a flex. And you're only appraising me skin deep. All right. You don't get that. My skin deep of you is that you're bullshit. You know, the skin deep that I get from you is that you are something else, that you're very unhappy. So try not to let people in too deep because they're only passing through. They don't give you enough time to affect you that deeply. All right. Yes, you're very welcome. No, I fully agree. The internet trolls are out of control. Facebook is full of a lot of ignorance. I think that a lot of people that Facebook is their only avenue of social media, that they're not very tech savvy, or they don't want to be, or they know that the other platforms are just too much. So they want to stick with Facebook, but there's a lot of older generation there and a lot of just technological ignorance on Facebook that I've discovered on the negative side of things. Instagram is my favorite. And TikTok is just give me now, give me now, now, give me now, you know. So they all have their own things. So, but yeah, you're right. It's often people that'll never say that kind of shit to your face, to be real. So, anywho, thank you guys for joining me this week. I really appreciate you. Thank you for writing in. Continue to do so if you would like. You can email me at dearmadamadam@gmail.com. Next week, maybe we'll have some calls. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow and subscribe and share. Thank you for getting some free reads from me. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.